Are you calling me a bad mother?
Yes, I am. Wow. You are a terrible mother.
Do you know, I think I've over moisturized today.
Do you think?
Yeah, I feel really like
Wet.
shiny, wet, proper wet. Oh, wet. I'm wet.
That's just shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just bleep.
Yeah. It's chocolate.
It's chocolate.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to the You Don't Love Me Boys podcast. My name is Amir with one A because that's important.
Mine is Amir with 2 A's.
How are we doing today?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
feeling good. I like doing this filming in the morning and
Yeah.
recording in the morning.
Should we talk about that?
Talk about what?
Well, okay. Do you know we're gonna get into it because like
She's going straight for
we're
it.
we've become yeah. Why not? By the way, you're looking really good.
Oh, thank you.
Really good. I'm enjoying the cleavage.
Oh, thank you.
Hopefully, we don't get demonetized.
Girl.
Yeah.
Sorry for distracting you.
You know, you look really good. Well done. Do you know there was this guy who was? They put out a TikTok. No, they put out a clip.
Who's
of him.
they?
I'm not gonna name them.
Oh, right, okay.
But like they put out a clip and they were like talking about real serious issues, but all you could see was their thighs. And people were like, all the comments were like, yeah, you could just crush me with them. How about you just choke me, daddy? So,
Agreed.
use your sexual prowess with responsibility,
Okay.
like I do. I bought my summer shirt out
Girl.
because the sun's out.
Sun's out, guns out,
Sun's out, bums out,
and all that.
mooning.
You're so annoying.
I know.
Anyway, what did you want to talk about?
Waking up early in the morning
Oh, yeah.
because I feel like obviously like high energy, we're doing podcasts, woo, but I think at this point we're like in our zen right now.
Yeah, in my flow.
And it's because we've been up since 4:30.
Yeah.
You've been up slightly before
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
We've become really super morning people.
Yeah.
And I think it's the best thing we've ever done in our relationship.
No, I agree.
But even personally,
I
like,
agree.
for ourselves.
Oh, yeah, I completely agree. For me, starting to wake up in the morning, like super early, like 5 o'clock. Now it's like 4:30 to be at the gym for 5,
Yeah.
or whatever time it is, has really changed my life. Yeah. Early mornings, waking up between 4 and 5 a.m. changed my life completely. You can journal, you can meditate, you have a morning with ease, you can work out, you can go for a lovely morning walk, you can not touch social media because why are you feeding that into yourself first thing in the morning? Sky before screen. Sky before screen.
Ooh,
Always.
who says that?
Always me.
Oh, really?
I say that. I
Sky
say
before
sky before
screen.
screen. It's just so important that you don't reach for your phone to start scrolling as soon as you get up and then looking at the news and then feeding yourself with negative thoughts and doing all that.
When you're saying it with such enthusiasm, are you saying it to yourself?
I do that now, though. Oh yeah, of course. I'm saying when you
Because-
say things, you are always saying it to yourself. I say it to myself every single day and every single night because I want to continue on ensuring that my mental well-being is at the best it can possibly be at.
Because somebody listening to this might feel attacked. Somebody listening to it might be like, well, we're all trying. We're doing
Okay.
our best.
Is it a question? I don't know. If you feel attacked by me saying these things have improved my life, why is that? Usually, when you feel attacked by what someone is saying, it's because there's some truth to it. There's some absolute truth to it. And what you need to do is break down your ego and put it to one side and be like, oh, wait, this person is saying these things have improved their life. And I know I need to get better at, health, or I need to get better at not going on social media because it's not good for my mental health. This person said, don't do this because they did it. I have been that person that would get up, I still get up early a little later, but reach for the phone straight away and scroll. That was never conducive or good at all. So it's kind of, I had to break down my ego and be like, what's going to make my life better? And waking up at that time is great. And then after that, you can do like your high order, I call it high order stuff, high order tasks and emails. Get them done. There's no stress. It's ease about the day. And you've really jumped on board with the early gang, haven't you?
I have,
What
yeah.
changed for you, and why are you now an advocate for like the 4 or 5 a.m. get up?
Yeah, so I've started getting up at 5, and now I think I'm usually up between half 4 and 5. I've recently been ill, so that kind of threw everything out the window. But even then, I was still waking up early. But my natural rhythm now is sort of being in bed by sort of 8 and half 8, and being up sort of between half 4 and 5. If I'm doing a show or something, then I'll probably sleep slightly later and wake up slightly later. But even then, I've realized there's not much of a difference. And I think the main reason why is I think I'm one of those people that is slow to change. And I think when people say that the time you change is when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired is really applicable to me. Any change, any major change I've made in my life is often because I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. Weight loss. Okay, fine, we'll lose our weight. Why? Because I can't spin as well. I'm not as agile. My stamina's not there when I'm performing. I've got high anxiety, and I've got indigestion. All of these things happen to people, or can happen to them when they gain weight. It doesn't happen to everyone, but it happens to my body. Do you know what I mean? And I know that when I lose weight, those things begin to subside and or completely go away, which a lot of it, is what has happened. So if I'm making change when I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, then that's the reason why I was waking up at 5. What would happen is I would be up at sort of 8, half 8, be in the gym for 9, 9 till 10. Or no, sorry, 10 till 11. So I'd do a few steps. So I was doing all the right things, waking up early, going for a walk, going to the gym, 10 till 11, go to the gym. And I fast till midday.
Yeah.
So I don't really eat until midday. I probably have a coffee, that's it, with some milk. But then I'd finish the gym at 11. And then between 11 and 12, I was kind of faffing around, come home, have a shower, knock about, then have lunch. Lunch 12 till 1. So then, in effect, I haven't done any work till 1 in the afternoon. So I was like, I've gone to the gym, gone for a walk, ate, my diet's there, but I'm not being productive. And I was like, something has got to give. Something has got to happen, because then I don't want to be working from like 1 till 8 or something. Because, although I am a drag queen and I twirl and diva,
Yeah.
there's a lot of admin with it. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So I was like, okay, so something has got to give, something has got to change. And that's when I started waking up slightly earlier. And then there was just one day when I woke up and I was all groggy, and I was like, I'm going to the gym with you, because you were already
Yeah, my flow.
waking up. Yeah, you were already in your flow.
Guess I'm just such an inspiration.
You are. You make me want to be a better person, and I've said that to
Oh, that's
you.
very sweet.
Yeah, I really do admire your discipline, and I do look up to you in that regard. I really
Oh,
do.
that's
So,
very sweet.
yeah, and it's been, I hate to say it. I do hate to say it, but it has.
Ego aside here.
Yeah, it has been easier than I thought.
Oh,
Yeah. You do have that slight haziness a little bit for maybe like 5-10 minutes or something, if that, actually. Other than that, like, you know that ache when you get out of bed. I mean, knock on wood,
yeah.
it keeps at bay. But I would have that more when I'd wake up at like 7, 8, half 8. um I have it less when I wake up earlier in the morning. But then also, with religion and spirituality being intertwined, growing up Muslim, for the morning prayer call, there's a specific line that's added for the morning prayer only, and that's as-salatu khairun minan nawm, which means prayer is better than sleep. And I think to myself, and I think if I was to apply it to a spiritual realm, I think that walking is a form of meditation. Because what is prayer? It's meditation, right? So I think going to the gym is an act of meditation in itself. So yeah, meditation trumps sleep sometimes. So long as you get the amount of sleep that you need,
Yeah, quality, good sleep.
the quality of good sleep, yeah, all after that, yeah, you're damn right it triumphs. You might as well wake up in the morning and you meditate first thing in the morning. Meditate, journal, go to the gym, look after yourself, have that me time before doing anything else. Isn't it weird how this podcast has turned, how this episode has gone the
Yeah, I
way it has?
know.
Because we didn't plan any of this, did we?
No, but you just got to go with the flow, don't you?
Yeah,
The flow of the universe.
the
honey,
flow.
The flow.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
No, I agree with you. And okay, so the question might be, oh, so what time do you go to bed? Yeah, you start winding down really early. You can switch your social media off by the evening. You can start winding down at 8. You're asleep by 8:30, 9. Oh, that's so early. Not every night. Some nights different things happen. Most nights, yeah. But it's a choice. I think many people, and people that I know as well, will spend their evenings up until the late hours just on social media, scrolling. And then they are complaining about not having quality sleep and then feeling groggy and then feeling terrible and then feeding themselves with horrible stuff and continuing that cycle of horrible health and well-being and lack of sleep and everything. People genuinely need to take themselves away from scrolling. It will change your life. Not scrolling aimlessly will change your life. And a few things you can do is set a little timer if you want. I'm going to have 10 minutes of just looking on the social media in the morning and 10 minutes in the afternoon. And that is it. Because there are better things you can do. You can read, you can pick up a new skill, you can be creative, you can go for a walk, you can meditate. There's so many incredible things you can do. Do not interrupt me. There's so many incredible things you can do in this world. You have literally one shot or one chance on this planet in this body right now. Go and live it the way it's meant to be lived. Stop wasting your time.
You know, it's interesting in terms of what you're saying regarding sort of aimlessly scrolling on social media. I've definitely been guilty of that, and I'm sometimes, I'm only human, and we all are to a certain extent. Or if you find yourself doing that, know that you're not alone. Is what I'm trying to say.
We all do.
Yeah, and I think whether it's waking up earlier in the morning, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's walking, meditating, daily journaling, or not scrolling, I think one of the key words is discipline. You have to find a way. There's a book that I've read that has been transformative. I wish I knew the author's name, but it's called The Power of Discipline, I think it's called. Wait, this is really going to bug me. I need to know the author of the book.
Okay.
We're going to take a little break. I'm going to find out what his name is. And then we will wait. And then we will be right back. And we are back.
We are. I want to get vulnerable
Okay.
for a moment with the audience before you talk about this book.
Can it not be the other way around?
No.
Okay.
We had technical issues.
Yes, we
and
did.
We took a pause.
We did.
So anyone watching, if you notice anything, don't tell us.
Yeah.
Keep it to yourself.
If there's any issue in continuity,
Just keep it to yourself.
like if one of us have changed race, just go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Daniel Walter. The Power of Discipline by Daniel Walter. Phenomenal book. It really helped change me, and it really helped transform my sort of way of thinking in terms of making new brain connections, I suppose, in terms of discipline and being able to be consistent. I think a lot of making changes is to do with consistency, and you have to have the discipline in being consistent. Do you know what I mean? I think that's what's really, really helped me. I can't remember the full point that I was making, but it's that book. That's the book that's really changed it for me.
Of you can wake up early, you can not scroll social media, you can bring all the healthy benefits into your life.
That's what I was going to say. So in order to do all of that, thank you for that reminder, you have to have consistency. You have to find a way to build consistency, and finding tools that will be able to help you with that is very, very important. And for me, it was The Power of Discipline by Daniel Walter, and as well as, help from, for example, my personal trainer, who's phenomenal. He really, really helps sort of give me guidance and support. There's people like you as well. And it should be important to be able to find people that you can not necessarily lean on, but ask for help. People are willing to help. I think when it comes to scrolling on social media, it is the dopamine hit. We are looking for the next funny dog video. We are looking for the next, do you know what? we don't talk about it much, but maybe what's the rage hormone? I don't know. But are we looking for the next thing to be outraged at? Are we looking for something to be angry at? And I think that can sort of be addictive, especially when it comes to serotonin. I think there is that addictive tendency. I don't know what it's comparable to. I'm not a neurologist. I haven't looked into it much, but I think you have to sort of wean yourself off it almost. I don't know if you can go cold turkey, if I'm honest with you. Um, and when you were saying you should time yourself and only use it for a certain amount of time, so with the iPhone, you can time certain apps. So there are certain social media apps that will time me out after 15 minutes. It will say you hit your limit. Do you want to override it for today? Do another minute, do another 15 minutes. And that really helps me snap out of it, because I'm like, oh, okay, didn't need it. And that's actually helped me, I believe, helped me reduce my screen time as well.
See, I think with social media, you can start scrolling and you can just get completely lost in this world, and time just goes by and by and by. And I do feel like you're looking for something. I think you're right.
Yeah.
It's something you're searching for.
Serotonin,
It is, and it's that hit.
that happy hormone.
But you need to find it outside of social media. And this is coming from someone that does social media and posts content and stuff. But believe it or not, it doesn't matter if you believe it or not. All that matters is what I believe. I don't get that, oh my God, I got this many likes and this happened. It doesn't do that,
No.
If someone connects with something I put out there and it's changed something for a positive in their life, that's the magic for me.
Yeah.
That's the true magic for me. It comes down to human connection, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's the true magic for me. But I really like living in, my flow and finding that. And I never thought I'd become that person.
Yeah. For me, I think, I share content as an artist. I do it for the purpose of entertaining.
Of course.
I'm not like covert about it, in the sense that, like, I'm not putting out a dog video and then selling pet food. Do you know what I mean? Because you have that, or like, it's not a glorified sales ad, or not a direct one anyway. It's just me putting entertainment out there, and people might say, oh, do you know what? He's funny, she's funny. We'll go to see a show. And that's great. Do you know what I mean? But if that doesn't happen, that's still not the end of the world, because I'm still getting to entertain and I get to do it full time for a living anyway. But I think if you were, and I'm the same as yourself, in the sense that I'm not too married to the likes or the subscriptions or whatever it is. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, that's also fine as well. Like, I'm not going to over manipulate things in order to get as much out of it as possible, because social media is a little bit of a false currency. I hate to say it, but it's not the big hit that you think it is. Like, say for example, you can have 100,000 followers and you might think, right, okay, I'm gonna sell out a big theater and do meet and greet. Chances are you'll probably get about 2-3 people turn up. And being completely honest, because, and this is if you did it just off social media, because those people will know you for a 3, 5, 10, 13-second clip. These days they're trying to push it to a minute. They will only know you for that little bit. How are you going to turn that into an hour show, an hour and a half show? That's the first thing. Secondly, your followers are global, including a set number of spam accounts that are not real. They're just bots. So, and people will follow you because they don't like you. That's the way. That's another section. So it's like, you're going to be so disappointed. There was a girl who did this. She had 1 million followers. And so she was like, oh, I'm making these bracelets. Now, bless her heart. Okay. She's like, yeah, I'm making these bracelets. And, and people are like, yeah, it's amazing. Brilliant social media. She was part of some convention or whatever, and nobody was in the meet and greet line. Nobody turned up. And it's like, oh, because social media is not the reality that you think it is.
Well, it's not real.
Sorry.
Social media isn't real life. You can use it positively. You can use it to make connections. You can use it to push out your art and your creativity, which is beautiful and wonderful. But you really do have to live in the real world. You really do have to discipline yourself to put that phone away. You really do have to want that self-improvement of your well-being and your mental health as you move forward in life. Otherwise, I'm sorry to say, what is there? Like,
What is there, yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah.
You are spending 2, 3, 4, 5, God knows how many hours scrolling all day. Really?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that is how you're choosing to live your life on this planet.
Mm.
You are choosing to live your hours every day spent scrolling
Mm.
on this planet. And now for me, when I get to my old age of being 80, 90 years old or whatever it's going to be, and I look back at my life, I don't want to look back in regret.
Mm.
I want to smile because I did everything I wanted to do, or I at least tried to do everything I wanted to do. And I might have tried something and I might have failed. Failure is amazing because you can fail 10 million times, which means you're closer to the success. But I want to live a full life my way and my happiness. I don't want to think, what if,
Yeah.
what if, regret. Oh my God, I spent too much time scrolling on social media or waking up late and being unhealthy and being like this and I wasted my life.
Yeah.
Honey, no.
Yeah, and the other thing is like, so when it comes to just scrolling, the content is so varied. It's so varied. You know, kittens, a gay couple, um, extreme right, political views, death, conflict, another kitten.
Stop.
It's just so much.
That's even you saying that, it's too much to feed
It's
into my
too
head.
much to comprehend. So then I'm like, how on earth are you going to filter it out for your mental well-being? And so like then you know, there's a bit of a hypocrisy in what I'm saying, because it's like, oh well, you're on social media as well, and you know, you put out stuff out there. What do? People not see it? You should only see what you want to. So then, you know, definitely find a way to curate it so that it suits you. And I know, you know, in the previous episode we were talking about the Gather app. I think, you know, that's a great example of like you're connecting with people based on a specific purpose. And, you know, when you were watching a TV show, for example, like recently we watched Hiramandi, massive success, rightfully so. I think one of the reasons why is because it does the same thing as like a Lord of the Rings or maybe a Harry Potter does, in the sense that you are brought into somebody's world. It is their creative mind that you get to explore. Then you appreciate the colors, the textures, the art, the decor, the point of view, the narrative, the acting, the dialogues. There's so much to go at within the context of one show. But if you start throwing so too much into it and different plots and it's difficult to follow, chances are that film's going to flop or that show's going to flop, because you're going to go, girl, there's way too much here. You know, Modern Family, so many different families and they have so many different dynamics. However, their unifying concept is that one thing. It's a modern family. They come together in the end. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a surrogate family for so many people. But if you start throwing in this and that and the other, it just becomes too much. Then I'm like, you know, imagine if an episode of Modern Family was 25 seconds. It'd be like, it's too much, mama.
Yeah.
We're
You
doing
need
too
to
much.
kind of simplify your life then, don't you, in a way?
Yeah.
Yeah, and simplify everything. You can't be the everything everywhere all at once.
No, no,
You
no.
do. And you know, there is this episode's really random. I know
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
dipping
yeah.
into this and that, but that's
That's
what
just us.
that's
When
just
is
what we
it
do.
not
Yeah, I know.
random?
But there's one thing I do want to say,
Yeah.
and I think it's okay to do this. Mute your friends online. It's absolutely okay to mute your friends online. You can keep that follow if you don't want the drama because you think they might have drama. And if you think they're different in real life, and I really like them in real life and we have a great time, I just don't like to see them posting a whole pic online, or I don't like to see their negativity online or them fighting with people online, because that's not
Or what they had for dinner.
what they had for dinner. That's not the version of my friend that I have in real life. It's okay to mute your friends online. I say to my friends, mute me.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like, if you don't like to see what I put out there because it has some kind of effect on you,
Isn't that
it's okay
interesting?
to mute me. I have no issue with it. I will never know.
You might have a friend, right? And they have a partner and you don't like their partner. Back in the day, you had a telephone. You could ring up your friend and not even have to hear the partner, because different sides of the house, different rooms, and you didn't even have to see them. You didn't even have to see a picture. Now, you might like your friend, you don't like the partner, but you're seeing family pictures, you're seeing what they all had for dinner, you're seeing where they go on holiday, you're seeing where they work, you've got them on LinkedIn. It's a lot. And I'm thinking, I genuinely do sit back and I think to myself, I'm like, this is overstimulation for the mind. Why must you know what your adversaries are doing? you shouldn't care. It shouldn't form part of your day-to-day life. Like, and it's really, and I would say, yeah, mute your friends if you don't want to see what they post, but like mute those people who are maybe strategic connections, or they are people who you kind of like or keep at bay, but you don't want to get too involved. I think it's absolutely fine. I know for sure there's people who have muted me because like they've disappeared off the face of the earth, and that's absolutely fine. They might find my creativity one-dimensional, not funny, or they might not like me because they might have a certain perception of me because they've only seen me in a certain
Yeah.
light. And drag really illustrates that, because there's so many people who have never seen me out of drag, and they go, "This is who you are," or they'll say, "Oh, you're actually nice out of drag," and I'm like, "Yeah, because it's a character I'm playing." That's what happens in real life. So like, I think I completely agree. Let's kind of like use social media, take it for what it is, but maybe try whittling it down so that it doesn't overload here,
The noggin.
and go out, smell grass, and read a book.
Bliss.
And on that note,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all the time we've got.
I think so. This was wonderful.
This was
don't
wonderful.
know what it was, but it was something.
good. It was needed.
And if anyone can take something away from it, go. We ain't experts in anything, you
We
know, at all. No, we're not. We're not
Speak
experts
for
in anything, but we do a lot of self-help stuff. We, had therapy. We do all that, and we're constantly looking to better ourselves. But guess what? I still want to improve on myself,
Yeah.
and it's all about
The journey.
The journey.
It's about the journey.
But yeah, let's wrap this bleep up.
Yeah, let's wrap this mother up like a mother.
No,
Do you remember?
Yeah, the panto.
From Panto, Misty
Girl.
Chance from Manchester. Shout out to you.
Icon.
Like a mother.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Anyway, love you guys lots. Thank you so much for your love and support. Genuinely, these days we do very much feel feel the love. We love you, but you don't love me. Log off.